I am Lisa Taglang. I'm the Associate Director of International Programs for LPS, and I've got Hannah Simmons here with me, who's the Program Coordinator. So we're just going to give you all of the general information about all of the Penn Summer Abroad programs. If you guys are interested in any particular programs and you have questions, or if you have any questions about anything as we go through the slides, just feel free to unmute yourself and ask your question, put it in the chat, whatever works best for you, or wait until the end and ask. Okay. So we're just going to start with a disclaimer, because the last few years we've gotten burned a few times, and just to let you know that we do fully intend to run all of the Penn Summer Abroad programs that are being offered, as long as there are enough students interested in going. But we will be working very closely with our Committee on Travel Risk Assessment at Penn, and they have the final word on any trips that run, with regard to COVID or anything else that might get in our way. But we do fully intend to run these programs this summer, and I expect that they will run. Hannah, do you want to talk about Penn in the Alps?
Yeah, sure. So the first trip we're going to highlight is the Penn in the Alps trip. This trip takes place from August 14th to the 26th. It goes between Switzerland and Italy. So basically you will start in Zurich, where you will fly into. You will meet your other classmates there, along with your professor, Rado. And once you meet there, you will mostly be traveling together in vans, and you'll go through different towns in the Alps. You'll hike, you'll stay in little villages, and the main focus of the trip is geology. So it is studying more about the environmental sciences. However, this trip is open to any majors. You don't have to have any focus in any of those course or majors.
Okay. The next trip that we're going to highlight is Penn in Cannes. So this is a trip to the French Riviera, and you go to the Cannes Film Festival. So this trip is focused on film and cinema, and preference is given to those with cinema majors or minors, but it's open to anyone. It starts in May, or the whole thing runs in May. It starts on May 14th, comes back May 28th, so it's only 2 weeks. And there are 2 pre-departure lectures that you will attend if you are going on the Penn and Cannes trip on March 24th and April 14th that will focus on some of the material for the course that you'll be taking while you're there. The Cannes trip doesn't have any actual classroom time. You spend most of your time watching movies at the film festival and analyzing those films for your project. So the one course that you will get credit for while you're over there is Perspectives on International Cinema. And again, that's a course that is fulfilled by going to films, watching films, and analyzing those films.
So the next program is going to be our Penn in Florence program. This is about a 4-week program. It takes place from June 1st to June 30th. The courses that are offered for this program are Intensive Italian Conversation and Culture, and Florence Myth and History. For this program, you don't have to have any prerequisites in Italian. You are able to take that basic Italian while you're over there. They don't require any history of Italian language. This program is you stay in dorm style housing, so there's no homestays for this program, but you do get to be immersed in the Italian language just by living in Florence.
Okay, Penn Tour is another program that goes to France. It's from May 19th to June 24th. It's about 5.5 weeks. In France, you will take French language classes, and there are some prerequisites. So make sure to pay attention to those if you're interested in this program. There are several courses offered. You will choose 2 courses to take while you're there. In Penn Tours, you stay with a family in their home. So it's a homestay based program, which allows you to really integrate with both the language and the culture while you're over there. There are also excursions, trips that are organized by the Institut de Touraine, which is a partner institution over in Tour that helps us to run the program over there.
The next program is our Penn in London program. This program is about 6 weeks long. It runs from May 29th to July 1st. The courses that are offered through this program are Sex and Society, the London Theatre Experience, and London in the Movies. And for this program, similarly to our Penn and Cam program, some of the aspects of the coursework does include attending theater performances in London. Most of these are going to be off-Broadway, smaller theater productions, but all the tickets and attending the shows are included in your courses and in your program fees. For this one, you do also stay in dorm-style housing in London, and your courses are all taught in classrooms minus the parts where you would attend any theater performances.
So Penn in Madrid is another one of our programs. It runs from May 18th to June 24th. Of the courses listed here, you will take 2 of them. So again, this is one that you want to pay attention to the prerequisites. A lot of the coursework in Penn in Madrid are language courses. So you want to make sure that you have those that basic language background before you sign up for this trip and choose your courses. You will again live in dorm style housing in Madrid. I believe that the housing is like small apartments. And you'll be in a big capital city with lots of culture, lots of things to do when you're not taking your classes.
So next, we're just going to look at our application timeline for all the programs. So right now, our applications are open. We have an early application deadline of January 15th. After that, we will send out those initial decision letters. However, if you apply after January 15th, we do review applications on a rolling basis. So after that point, programs, if they do fill up and you apply, you may be put on a wait list for any programs after that January 15th deadline. Our final application deadline will be March 10th. And like I said, we will be releasing those early admission decisions on February 10th, but any applications received after that January 15th date will be on that rolling basis. Like I said, all applications are open now.
So these are the application requirements. There's an online application, and you can find the link for it on the Penn Summer Abroad website. So you're going to fill out the application. When you go into the application, where it asks you what program you're applying for, don't be nervous when you see that the application is for graduate and continuing professional programs. That's the right application, but you're going to want to just go into the search bar and type in Penn Summer Abroad. Or you can go to the drop-down menu, find School of Arts and Sciences, and find Penn Summer Abroad there. Once you're in the application, you're going to answer all of the questions, and then you're going to upload your response to a few essay questions. Most of the programs have 3 essay questions. For Penn in Madrid only, there's actually a 4th essay question. At the beginning of the application, you'll see a program information box. Make sure you read fully through that program information box because that's where you're going to find the essay questions. You might want to take a screenshot of it so that when you get to the end of the application and you're asked to upload your essays, you can go back and find those essay questions. You're also going to be asked to submit one letter of recommendation. So we would suggest that you ask one of your professors who knows you well to write that letter of recommendation. It's more important than who writes the letter of recommendation is how well they know you and how well they can speak to your academic seriousness, your background, your goals, and your ability to be successful in Penn classes. And then you're going to submit an unofficial copy of your transcript, which you can access on your Path at Penn portal. And the Office of Student Conduct will look over that transcript and look at your official transcript, which can be accessed internally to make sure that you are qualified for study abroad and you meet the GPA threshold.
I believe Lisa mentioned this went through once you're in our application, it can be a little confusing trying to find the programs, but if you just search in that search bar, Penn Summer Abroad, you'll see them both come up.
I got ahead of myself there.
No worries.
Okay, so you can see here the program costs. You will, of course, pay tuition. So some of the programs you take one course, one CU, and others you take 2 CU. So your tuition will be based on how many CUs you're taking on your program. There is a general fee that you will also pay, which hasn't been set yet. The tuition and the general fee both have not been set yet for 2023. So we have the 2022 rates here. So there's a chance that these could go up maybe 2, 3, 4%. We're not exactly sure yet. Each program will have its own program fee. The program fee includes your housing, and it may include some other things depending on your program. So for example, for Penn and Can, your program fee includes your ticket to the Cannes Film Festival. For Penn in London, your program fee will include tickets to theater productions. So when you go on the website, you can look at the page specifically for the program that you're interested in, and that will tell you what's included in your program fee. Program fees have been set for most of the programs. So again, you can go on the page specifically for the program you're interested or programs you're interested in and see what the fees are going to be for this coming summer. You will, of course, have to buy an airline ticket. That is not included in any of the tuition or fees that you're going to be charged by Penn. So you might want to take a look at, what airline tickets cost right now for the location that you want to go to get an idea of how much you're going to have to pay for that. And then, you're going to want to bring some spending money in case you want to go shopping. Some of the programs include, the program fee will include all of your meals. Other programs, it may just include breakfast and dinner, and you need to spend your own money for lunch. So you can get all of those details about the program that you're interested in from that program's website. Each program's website has a cost worksheet on it, which gives you kind of a summary of all of the costs, including the tuition, the fees, the program fee, and any personal costs that you might incur. Just keep in mind that those cost sheets are estimates, and you may end up spending a little bit more or less than what's on there.
Next, I'll talk a little bit about financial aid. So financial aid is not always readily available through summer terms. However, if you are an aided student or a highly aided student, it is a conversation to have with your financial aid advisor so they can help you apply for any summer term financial aid that is available. We do have, let's see. Yeah, so like I said, as a highly aided student, you may be eligible for some of that summer financial aid. It is, like I said, something to discuss with your financial aid advisor so they can go through your aid package with you.
And then there are some fellowships and scholarships that you can apply for. So we have a scholarship or a fellowship called the Levi Travel Fellowship, which we administer through the Penn Summer Abroad office. So the application for that will open in January. It's for current financial aid recipients. So again, if you're currently getting financial aid, you should talk to your financial aid officer to see if you can get any of that aid during the summer, but you're also eligible to apply for this Levi Fellowship. The Levi Fellowship does not cover any tuition, but it will cover either part or all of your program fee. Oh, it says here, Hannah, that it will open December 1st. I think that, is it going to open December 1st? Do you know, or are we opening it in January?
I believe January is
okay.
We'll be opening it.
So keep an eye on the website to see when that scholarship application is going to open. We'll put us updates on the Penn Summer Abroad website. And then the deadline for that application will be February 13th. There are a few other scholarships. Some of them are listed on our Penn Summer Abroad website, and then some you can find if you go to Penn Abroad's webpage and look at the scholarship page on their website.
This is just some of our program-specific info sessions that are coming up. All of these are on the website. So if you go into the homepage of each location, you will find all of these dates, times, and locations. For anyone that says Zoom, the Zoom link will be available on the website.
Yeah, and we really do encourage you, if there's a specific program that you're interested in, to attend the information session for that particular program, because that information session will be with the faculty director, who will give you lots more detail than what we're giving you today about the specific program. Do you guys have any questions?
I guess one question that I did have was roughly, like, I guess, how difficult is it to be accepted into the summer abroad program? So like, if you know, perhaps in like past years, how many people have applied versus like accepted, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a really good question, and it really depends on which program you're interested in. So some of the programs are much more competitive than others. So for example, the Pen and Can program tends to be very popular. I believe in the past, we've gotten maybe 80 to 90 applications, and the maximum accepted for that program is 30. So, it ranges from that to, some of the other programs which may get a lot less applicants and are not quite as competitive to get into. So, this is something too, if you go to the program specific info session for a program that you're interested in, something that you can talk with the faculty director about. They might be willing to share with you some of the things that they're looking for, some of their priorities in terms of, who they would accept over another student and what that's based on. So again, I would encourage you to go to those program specific info sessions, and you can get more specific information about the application process and the admissions landscape that way. Hannah, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I don't think so. Like she mentioned, CAN almost always is going to have a very big wait list. So the later that you apply for that program, the more competitive that it does become. Additionally, we just recommend the earlier that you apply, the better chances that you have. Like we said, after that early application deadline, we do everything on a rolling basis. So it does, as you wait, just for all the programs become more competitive just because they do fill up. I think, like we said, there aren't really any, except for CAN, which has a little bit of a preference. All the programs are really open to any majors and any programs that you're in. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think Lisa pretty much covered. My advice for these programs always is the earlier that you can apply, and if you are accepted into a program, put a deposit down to secure that spot, the better.
Any other questions?
Looks like we got one in the chat.
Okay.
So we recommend within 2 weeks of receiving that early admission letter, putting your deposit down. After that 2-week mark, we just can't guarantee spots. Putting your deposit down 100% secures your spot on the trip. So even if you have received an accepted letter, if a month or two goes by, we can't hold spots after that. In your acceptance letter, it'll say, please submit your deposit within 2 weeks. After that, it's just not guaranteed that a spot can be secured.
And Sekia, to answer your other question, yes, there's a limit to how many students each program can take, and it's different for each of the programs. For some of the programs, it's based on just accommodation availability. For other programs, there are other factors involved, but the programs all do have a limit to how many students they can take. And Zoe, I see you're asking about whether you can apply to more than one program, and the answer is yes. So when you go into the application, it will ask you which program you're applying for. And Hannah, am I correct in that you can check off more than one there, and the one application will be sufficient for both, except you need to upload separate essays for each application?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to submit. I actually won't allow you to submit multiple applications. So yeah, once you're in there, it'll ask, it should prompt you to either select multiple programs, or there is there could be a spot that says, like, if you're applying to another program, you can input that. But yeah, you are definitely allowed to apply to more than one program. Something just to keep in mind for that is if you are applying to 2 programs to have like options, if you're undecided between 2 programs, we do ask that the same time limit, the time frame is applied to that commitment. Just so, if you are waiting for a waitlist spot or another program to open up, that we know for sure that you are securing a spot in one program or the other. You are allowed to do 2 programs if that was also something that you were looking at for applying to multiple programs. So since we do have programs that run in the beginning of the summer, and we have some like Alps runs in August, you are able to apply, and if you are accepted, attend 2 programs. So that is also an option with applying to multiple programs as well, which is also why we ask for a commitment for 1 or 2 programs.
Any other questions? You can also email us at this address. You can stop by our office. We're in Fisher Bennett Hall, room 144. If you want to chat with us about any of the programs, we're available. You can also see on each program's website who the faculty director is. That will be a professor who works in the department, and their contact information is on the website, so you can always reach out to them with questions as well. Thank you guys so much for coming, and we hope that you end up having an experience abroad. Study abroad is an amazing opportunity to take advantage of while you're an undergraduate. I think everyone should do it. And these, programs really give you an opportunity to do that, even if you don't want to spend a whole semester or a whole year abroad. So good luck with your decision and with your application process, and let us know if there's anything you need or you guys have any more questions.